environment. We've looked at some of the issues that have been touched on, like the taxation for capital gains tax, and creating a framework for example, carbon trading. So we've put in place some building blocks, and in July, the center was officially opened, and we've had the first firm coming into Kenya, which is the Prudential Africa, the Africa headquarters for Prudential, which is one of the largest global insurers and asset managers. And we're looking at a startup segment as well for smaller firms that are looking to access capital and also use innovative ways of raising finance, like carbon trading. So there's a few firms that are looking at the NIFC as a venue for that. But really, we're looking at catalyzing the innovation across the financial sector, looking at new areas like fintech, but also carbon trading. So we've entered into a partnership with the Nairobi Securities Exchange and Air Carbon Exchange to really work out a way in which we can create the first East African carbon trading exchange that will enable businesses, especially businesses that are here, but also new businesses, to monetize the carbon that exists in the businesses that they're creating. And so we can move towards a trajectory of clean finance. I think in terms of the way we are looking at the future, the ambitions are quite high. The government has really been clear that we need to position ourselves as Africa's hub. And so one of the things that we're looking to doing is putting together a framework for the development of a regional hub within the country. We're looking at a flagship location that I think will serve as a home away from home for all the global investors and businesses that are looking to come into Kenya and use Nairobi as a base to do business across the continent. So we have a lot of ambition, and I think we're working with stakeholders to ensure that we can deliver on that ambition.
All right, thank you so much. Koskei, I'd like to come to you. A lot has been said about the Privatization Act and the Privatization Law. With the benefit of working within the Privatization Commission as Executive Director, what are your thoughts about what can be done? Repeal the Act or amend the Act?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that question. I think the issue around the review of the Act has been discussed, but I want to state it this way, that cognizant of the fact that the privatization process as envisaged today in the current Act is a bureaucratic process, we've taken a proactive role as a commission, and my chairman is here, to start that process of review of the Act. So as His Excellency has said that you would want to see either a repeal or an amendment within the next 100 days, I want to commit that that process has started. We've actually started mapping, our stakeholders in terms of engagement, and we are very convinced that within this particular period of time, we'll be able to have this Act amended. But I think more importantly, I would want to maybe bring to the attention of the audience that privatization is a very emotive issue. And what is really very critical to make it successful is stakeholder engagement. And we've done mapping and ensured as a commission that when we conduct this particular process, it is very transparent, it's very open and above board, so that then we are able to get support from the key stakeholders so that this particular process can be able to be moved forward. And I want to stress that if you look at the Act as it is, there are various benefits that come around with it. And one of them is what we call broadening the base. It gives an opportunity to all Kenyans, individuals, institutional investors, to be able to put in their resources and investments in government-owned enterprises, so that then we're able to see ownership by Kenyans. And another, again, is that we are there and we come in to deepen and be able to support capital markets. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Koskei. We're coming to an end now, but I'd like to take some final comments from Chairman and His Excellency. Chairman, there has been a mention of digital access. How does the border gentleman that has been mentioned earlier get to trade on his phone. I know Peter Ndego is here, so perhaps we can get a commitment from